Hey guys, how you doing? Ron here with TechTipsToGo. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about Thunder X node, whether you should buy a Strength X node, a regular node, an X node, etc. from the Vechain merchant store. So coming up next. So I still get this question a lot, should I invest or should I buy a Thunder X node? So it's a tough one, right? So, you've invested your money into Vechain, and the first thing that I would say is, what is your plan? What is your short-term plan, and what is your long-term plan, right? Now, assuming that you're thinking that Vechain is going to hit $1. Let's say Vechain hits $1, or your expectation and your exit plan for you to exit out of your money out of Vechain is $1, and if you think that that's going to come in 2 to 3 years, then should you get an X node? Probably not, but it just really depends if you want to generate Vtho. So Vtho is the gas. So guys, remember, when you've invested your money to Vechain, there's two types of tokens. There's a 2-token system, which is which is Vechain, the main one that everyone buys, and there's Vtho or VTHO, which is the gas used to be used on the mainnet, right? So as you bought Vechain, you automatically collect Vtho automatically. Now that is with just a regular node that has a pool available just for the regular strength nodes, right? Now then you have X nodes, which has a separate pool which is available to those. So when the main pool dies out, like out of the strength nodes, I think it's every 6 months they mentioned on Vechain Universe. Let me just go to that site. All right, so here's the official link. If you go to Vechain Insider, and this is what it is. So you have a non-node, authority node, majority, thunder, a strength node. Then you have your X nodes here. So you have different reward types. Now, you can take a look at this, and there's also a calculator that you can kind of calculate how much Vtho you're going to generate. So these are the minimum requirements that you're going to need if you want majority node, a Thunder X node, or strength node. So it shows you're going to need 5.6 million VET to get a Thunder X node. A strength X node requires 1.6 million VET. Now, let's say you've got a strength X, which requires 1.6 million VET. You're generating Vtho automatically from the base rate of this, but from a different pool, you're also getting rewarded when the main regular pool diminishes, because eventually it's going to go to 0. But as an X node holder, whether you own any of these 3 nodes or 4 X nodes, you'll still get a better pool of return on Vtho. Now, if you think Vtho is actually going to be worth something more in the future and you're going to hold long term, that's where I would say maybe you do want to invest into an X node. And I'm going to show you how to get there on the trading market. So come over here, just on my left side here, I've got my iPhone. Now if you haven't downloaded the Vechain Thor wallet, just download it. So let's say you have a Nano Ledger S. So this is the part 2 of the question of how do I get a cold wallet and put my money that I invested into Vechain onto that cold wallet. So grab your Nano Ledger S, log in, do your thing, and then when you go to Vechain, you'll see an application where you can download this Vechain Thor. So I'm going to log in here. So now that I've logged in, so you're at the main screen here. You want to go to Assets, and you want to select Collectibles. Now, underneath Collectibles, just click on that, and then click Check Trading Market. Now here it is. Now if you want a Strength X node, this is what people are selling them for. Don't just keep scrolling every week to see what's available, because I've seen some ridiculous prices. Like for example, if you wanted a Thunder X node, even though it says you need 5.6 million minimum to buy it, but I think people are trying to either scam you, because strength nodes are usually going Thunder X nodes are usually going for about 200,000 to 300,000 VET. Now I'm going to show you here. All right, so here's the first one that I saw. Here's a Thunder X node, which is 425,000 VET. Then you also have one here for 430,000 VET. Then you have another one here for 235,000 VET. So these aren't set prices that, you know, Vechain official is selling them for. These are people on the market that have kind of bought and sold. And I kind of look at it as real estate, right? You could buy and sell it as much as you want. You could have different wallets and purchase more, as long as you have the minimum required VET in your wallet. So here's another Thunder X node, which is 414,000. And I'm going to show you something else. So here's another one for 320,000, another one for 250,000, another one for 249,000. So, and the last one here, like, look at this, guys. You have a Thunder X node at 5.6 million VET. Who's going to pay 5.6 million VET? So I think this person is kind of, you know, they're trying to like either scam, like, who's going to buy a Thunder X node for 5.6 million? The minimum requirements is 5.6 million to have it. So do you kind of see what, like, maybe he's trying to do, or that, or he or she is trying to do with this Thunder X node? Majority of them are going for like 280,000 to roughly about 400,000, and then this person has it for 5.6 million VET. So here's the question: is like, okay, if you're in it for short term, then I wouldn't recommend getting an X node, because let's say, for example, we throw out a number, VET or Vechain gets to $1, right? So people are selling it for roughly, you know, 300,000 VET for a Thunder X node. Now, does that mean that, you know, when VET gets to $1, you can sell your Thunder X node for $300,000 if it gets to $1 and you bought it for $300,000? No, you could probably sell it for, you know, just think of it as real estate or something that you invested, and you're looking to make 30% off of it. So if you bought it for $2,000, you might want to see what the going market is and just sell it for 30 or 40%. So look at it that way, and then also look at it in the short term. If you do, you know, if you think that you're going to be in it for another 2 bull runs, so like let's say we're in this first bull run, we're in the post halving. Now you're willing to wait, you know, another 4 or 5 years for another halving. So you're in a second halving and the post halving, so maybe like 5 years, you know, 5+ years. Are you willing to wait that long? And is your prediction that VET will increase more, and you're willing to hold out more in that time frame of between 4 to 6, 7 years? So those are the questions you have to ask yourself. But if you're older, and I have some people in my Telegram group, and if you want to join my Telegram group, they've invested their money in it for like more or less short to midterm, because they're older. They're like 57, 60, but they don't want to wait, you know, 10 years or 7 years. They want to enjoy their money, so they're hoping for a short, you know, bull run that's going to be coming, and they can exit, get their money out, cash out, leave, and enjoy their retirement. So those are the things you kind of have to look at. You know, you could possibly, even if you had 5 million, you could possibly get multiple wallets, get a couple of Strength X nodes when they're selling for cheap, because I've seen a lot of these things sell for cheap because maybe someone needed the money and they just needed to exit out of their Strength X node, or maybe they're not satisfied the way VET is going, etc. So just keep looking on the trading market and just see what's available, and then buy it. Make sure you have Vechain Sync or the wallet sync. So basically that sync is going to take your Nano Ledger and then the Vechain Thor, and it's going to sync both of them, so it could see exactly the amount of VET that you have. Because as soon as you buy it, let's say I'm going to buy this Thunder. You know, you can buy it, and it's going to say, make sure you're going to have a couple of days to make sure that you have the 5.6 available in your wallet. So that's how you would invest and buy, you know, your X node or Vthor, and like do the comparison. Like do the comparison for how much you can generate based if you purchased, you know, so you can generate free Vthor even if you just have a Thunder node. So if you go here, to get a Thunder node, you need 5 million. So you come over here and you say, I've got a Thunder minimum 5 million right here. Click on calculate. Now just go to VechainStats.com and then go to the calculator. So here it's going to tell you exactly how much Vthor you're going to make passively just by having that. So you're going to make about $33. Approximate value is $33.88. Okay? And then let's say you've got a Thunder X node. So come over here, now go to your X nodes. You're going to need 5.6 million. So you're going to have to put 5.6 and you're going to do a calculate. Now when you do a calculation, you're going to make about $46 US per month. Right? So you see the difference. But also look at this. Now you have to predict, let's say Vechain gets to $1, right? Vet, the token Vet gets to $1. How much will Vthor be generating per month if Vet was $1 and you're willing to hold out on $1 and kind of ride it? Maybe it's going to go to 5 or to 15 or 20. So you want to do a calculation on that. You could look at the charts. So over here we're on CoinGecko. Now you can go and see how much it actually costs for Vthor token. And what I like to do is actually go to the max. So here you can see kind of historical charts of how much Vthor was. So if you take a look, the all-time high for Vthor was about 0.012. So just above a penny. And that was in August 2018. So you want to compare what was Vet in 2018 or Ven at 2018, or if it was called Ven or Vet. I forgot if it was called Ven or Vet back then. So you want to compare 2018 of August, compare it to how much Vthor was at the time, and do your calculation. And then just do your simple math of assuming that it 5x's, how much Vthor can you get passively if you had a Thunder X node compared to just a regular Thunder. So like I mentioned, guys, even if you have a regular Thunder node, you'll still generate money or passive income just from having a Thunder node, not even an X. So as long as you have 5 million in your wallet, you can generate a Thunder, and it takes maturity time, or you can get the X node and buy it as long as you have 5.6 million. But just remember the differences between a regular node and an X node. The regular pool of Vthor that's going to be allocated, it will diminish. But then the X nodes have a separate pool. So I'm like 99% sure that's how it works. But if I'm wrong, just correct me below. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. And guys, again, thank you for subscribing. We're kind of growing pretty well. I just wanted to say thanks, and I'll see you in the next video, guys.